Happy Friday, church family. It's Marla here. And as we are finishing our third week of social distancing, I've been spending some time in the book of Romans, where Paul was actually in Corinth, Greece, and he's writing to the beloved of God in Rome, Italy. And this is what he says. I thank my God through Jesus Christ for all of you, because your faith is proclaimed in all the world. For God is my witness, whom I serve with my spirit in the gospel of his Son, that without ceasing I mention you always in my prayers, asking that somehow by God's will I may now at last succeed in coming to you. For I long to see you, that I may impart to you some spiritual gift to strengthen you. That is, that we may be mutually encouraged by each other's faith, both yours and mine. And I can imagine we can all relate to this longing more than ever before. We're praying for one another. We long to be together and encourage one another again. And I'm glad that if we must endure this time apart, that at least we have technology like this to keep us together and encouraged. I so appreciate what Josh said on Monday about spending 7 minutes of time dedicated to journaling gratitude. That's a great practice to do, and I love listing things, and listing what I'm grateful for is something that has carried me through in my journey of faith. And the Apostle James even says to count it all joy when you meet trials of various kinds. So have you met trials of various kinds lately? I know I have. Turning my work into a completely digital format while managing my kids in their home learning and continuing to say no to our kids who just say, what if I just had just this one friend over? And even this video itself, I've had to do several takes because my kids are just on the other side of that wall and they are playing a game and they're having a lot of fun and they like to tell everybody about it. And then I couldn't find our family's favorite peanut butter, the brand. So I was like, okay, I'll just get whatever. And then they didn't even have that today. And when our groceries were delivered today, I'm grateful they're delivered, but instead of the butter that I was going to put into the cookies that I'm going to make, they substituted it for garlic herb butter. That'll make for some interesting cookies. And I don't mean to make light of the trials we're experiencing, but it seems like the more of these little ones, it's like everything gets amplified. And some of you I've heard from are so lonely and just long for human touch again. So I ask you, my friends, what are you counting as all joy, even in the midst of your trials? And how are you bringing joy to others right now? I'm finding joy in the extended time spent with my family, working in the yard and taking long walks with my dog while listening to inspirational podcasts. And some are more unique ways, like receiving messages on Marco Polo from some of the kids in the children's ministry that are just so sweet. And kids telling me sweet things about how much they love Jesus and they love our church and things they've never shared with me before. And then moms who I've been talking to lately who have shared heartfelt concerns. And these are people that I've only really had surface conversations with in the past, but because of FaceTime and this unique situation we're in, and they are inviting me into their lives to pray for them. And so we're praying over FaceTime together. How unique is that? And so I definitely count that too. We can count it all. So I'd love to hear what you're counting. And here's a fun challenge for you. Take a picture of your family playing a game together. Here's your reminder, your love challenge. Send it to me, and we can mutually encourage one another in this way too, of how we are spending time with our loved ones, whether it's in person or digitally. And I'd like to conclude with a blessing from Paul, from the words of Paul in Romans 15. May the God of hope fill you with all joy and peace in believing, so that by the power of the Holy Spirit you may abound in hope.